Hello, welcome back to another stream. As you can see by the layout, I did kind of get started a bit early, mainly because I kind of wanted to clean up a couple things, but we are continuing almost right where we left off. I did do a couple things off stream, mainly I added some more accents using this marker. Also, a little warning that I forgot to mention about this specific marker. I have found that it is insanely runny. So be very careful while using it. It is very easy to use way too much, which I have done several times off stream. But, well, as I was saying, welcome back. We are continuing where we were left off with the assembling. So, I am cutting these pieces out right now, and I plan on painting them and assembling them as we go. So, as I assemble, I will be just cutting out other pieces of other parts that I do plan on assembling and painting them, finishing off like any nub marks and all, just so that they can dry in time for, well, by the time I get there to assemble them. Yeah, without further ado, let us begin. Also, I forgot to also mention, but I did also apply these stickers already to the parts. They're still at the runner. So, yeah. I will not be stopping for stickers. I will only be stopping to actually touch up any parts that need touching up. So, as with all my builds, let's start with the feet. So, we are starting off with some pieces that do not need any painting because, well, they are internal frame parts and polycaps. Both of which are just your usual gray. And now I'm also hoping that this will be going faster than normal, because I do have some of these parts cut out already. So yeah, oh yeah, I should also start my BGM. I forgot to do that. I had it prepared, but I forgot to actually start it up. I did put in a bit more effort off stream for getting some of the tinier details. It may be a bit difficult to tell once I do show them off on stream, but I mean, this one is a pretty easy one to tell. I painted the bottom area right here green. It's metallic green. I think I went a bit over, but it shouldn't be too bad. I did already pre-map out everything as I usually do, so I'm hoping that nothing really gets mixed up. And I'm hoping that this will just run smoothly. Now, I didn't have time to cut out all the pieces, nor do I have the space to pre-cut out all the pieces off the runner, so for organization's sake, I am keeping most of the pieces on the runner. Especially any pieces that don't need painting, like these ones right here. So I still need to figure out how the hell these things fit together, because, well, I haven't done that yet. I see. So this is, I think, the ankle joint. We need two of these. So we have like a drum type ankle. This should just kind of sit somewhere in here, I believe. Then the foot assembly. Speaking of which, I think I put way too much effort in the bottom of the feet, as I've said before, because I don't think we're ever going to see those in a while, unless I use certain poses. Oh. Okay, we got these two assemblies. Luckily, I do remember the polycaps. This time at least. Alright, next up. More polycaps. I do not like pre-cutting polycaps because, especially with one it's like these, because, you know, it can be pretty easy to lose them. Or at least lose track of which piece came from what number. Oh, okay, no. I did not lose that. Good. So this goes on like so. Apparently. Oh, it is supposed to be facing a certain direction. Gotta make sure it's angled correctly. I'm gonna use the part separator as a lever to help with that. Luckily, part separator is very good for this kind of stuff. I love that thing. Probably one of my favorite tools ever since I got it. I think it's so useful. This just sandwiches on top. Normally, this would be blue, but because of my painting, it is just about the exact same shade of gray as this. Also, as you can see, I did use some more gray. It should darken over time to cover up some of these nub marks. So we'll just do the exact same thing here. This is just to sandwich the polycap in. Also, I do plan on doing some final touch-ups at the very end with my markers, in case I missed anything. Alrighty, so these just kind of go in here into the polycaps, and they just rest down here. So you have like a drum-like ankle due to the two polycaps there. Hopefully that doesn't wear down too quickly and become too floppy. Otherwise, I will have to probably use some sort of filler to keep it up. Well, I do not want to do that. Alrighty. Oh, I cut out that for one, but I did not cut it out for the other. Shit. Where did I put it all? Right here. So this finishes off the foot. I will have to probably paint a bit to cover up this set of nubs. I forgot to paint it on both of these. Well, I didn't forget. It's just that I couldn't due to it just being covered by gate. So just there. I think right here, the bit of the paint peeled due to it drying. It's just kind of shriveled a bit. Okay, we'll give this a bit of time to dry. Actually, do I even need to paint it? Because for the most part, I think it's just plugs right in and hides it. Oh shit. There's my finger stained. Yeah, I don't really need to paint it at all. Okay, huh. I mean, I still need to wait for some of these parts to dry. But there we go. That's the foot. Got both feet done. Alright, that's good. That was nice and quick. Luckily, the legs, for the most part, are pretty much identical. So, we can just kind of breeze our way through it. I can always clean up visible nub marks after the kit is finished being built, honestly, and I might just do that. Like, anywhere that I have forgotten to paint, I'll just touch up with a bit of paint afterwards now. Because I don't think it would be that difficult to do. It might be a bit annoying to just constantly be pre-planning here. I've also been looking to get a new set of nippers. These ones are getting kind of old and rusty. I was supposed to get 2 sets. I only got 1 set of polycap. Okay. Should just be aligned like so, and there we go. Let's just get this assembly quickly done. I just hope that the ends of these polycaps don't crush in on themselves. I've had that happen many a times. It's not fun. So for the most part, these just seem to be internals just for the legs. I mean, yeah, there's quite a bit of them. Oh, yeah. Oh, I forgot. I also need to fully touch up on some bits over here. I'll do it now, so because I don't need to touch this yet for a while. But I definitely need to do it. I did not realize that these parts right here were so exposed, or could potentially be so exposed, so I am just going back right now just to essentially fill them in. It's just bits of the shield here mainly. That's just something to keep in mind. Okay, I think I got it all. With this. There we go. Just gotta fully get that. And anything in here that you see, I don't think I need to get. That's gonna be a connector. I didn't realize it was gonna be that exposed till I just checked now. Anyways, back to what we were doing. So next up in these steps seems to be the knee. Okay. Knee is relatively simple to do, I think. Looks to be trying to pull off a 2-point knee. So it has 2 little joints in here that should be able to bend to form the knee. It lets the knee itself be kind of blocky-ish to an extent. And maintain a fair amount of flexibility. Okay. Oh, I forgot polycaps. Because this is one of those kits. Look how many we gotta use. Okay, that should be 2 polycaps. Down. I should just be able to shove these in here. Like so. I'm hoping that little excess rubbery bit doesn't get in the way. Because we're immediately going to be using these. Let's see here. Oh, there's another set of polycaps. I nearly missed that. Okay, that's very good to know. Do not miss that. This set right here does allow for the secondary joint. By secondary joint, it's basically just an extension of the lower leg. That's just where the lower leg just plugs itself in. So this set just goes right here. As you can see, that's just a slit polycap. So the leg should just plug into there. Whereas this one access the upper knee. I have that backwards. There we go. Gotta make sure it's facing the right way. Then this should just be able to sandwich on top. Could clean this up a bit more. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Oh, shit. Okay. This does have somewhat limited articulation, but that's where the second bend comes in with this slit polycap over here. So that does greatly increase the range of motion that this thing has. I need to do a bit more cleaning here. Okay, there we go. Now, let's use up the rest of these joints. Next up, we have a little internal framey bit. Kinda. Because this is basically used to support the rest of the armor. Like, this thing doesn't have a proper internal frame. It does have some internal supports, though, to hold everything together. Luckily, I have the armor prepared. All fully prepared. I think this is it for this runner for now. I think the rest of this is used on either the upper portion of the kit or what was it? The backpack. So I see some thrusters in here that I did paint red as well, because I feel like that would fit very well on the back. That would look very nice. Okay, more polycaps to go. Okay, there does need to be a specific facing for this. I believe it's supposed to be facing this way, like so. Unless I'm wrong. I think I'm wrong. Hold up. Part separator. Help me. Okay, polycaps are a bitch. Okay, so for polycaps, I think we just should be able to force it out with this. No. Alright, we're just gonna have to use the wedge here. Wedge to brute force this. I mean, it shouldn't matter too much, I don't think. Yeah, we'll be fine. The polycap should just serve its purpose in here. It's not like we'll see it anyways. So it just kind of slides on like so. Take a leg. Shove this on like so. Oh, do not close it. Not yet, at least. We got a lot of parts in here. This thing is attached via 3 pins. Where these 3 pins are, there are 3 holes. Should just be able to close this up. Look at that. We can see where, kind of see where I covered up with some parts here. Then this should just go right on top, I believe. I do really like that layering. That right there is really nice. And finally, boom. That's nice. All right. Let's just replicate it over here. Same procedures. No one will know of our blunders once this is closed, as long as it works properly. No one shall know but us. And as you can see, my eyes were correct. And for the most part, I think I covered what I did need to with an appropriate amount of paint. Well, maybe on the inside of here, I should have covered a bit more. But aside from that, we are almost done with the legs. Just pop on the foot. We can always apply more paint if necessary. We can always just disassemble it, apply more. Okay, next up, these. We're finishing off this pretty quickly. So this is just a very simple thing. You just sandwich these two parts together. Apparently. Then you just shove this up here, I think. It is a bit loose, but that is all just held together via a part sandwich to this right here. All right. There we go, good old part sandwich. As you can kind of see, I did run over this with a coating of reflective paint, just to get that extra little bit of gloss out of it. Getting the getting this right here on, it can be a bit annoying, but I think I did manage to do it. Gotta come in at a certain angle, like a very specific angle, and make sure it's all the way in. Once it's all the way in, it should just fully rest in there, and it should be difficult to see. To really push on this one. Alright, there we go. Got our left and right legs already. My goodness, we're doing this pretty quickly. Look at that. Okay, let me find the hip. A little hip peg. Found it. Okay, so seems like this hip peg will be fully covered. I did seem to just painted the bottom right here red. Pretty much just the only part that's visible, red. There we go. From the top, it's difficult to see the blue. I mean, technically you can see it, but I feel like it's a bit nitpicky. On the sides, you can see the green over here. All around. Overall, not bad. It came out a bit better than I expected. But those are the legs. Legs for our Gouf. Next up, we got the body. The upper torso. So this part is a relatively complex-ish part. Oh, actually, I should probably assemble the hip first. Does this include hip? Okay, I found the hip. So we're using this runner now. Which pieces are those? 8 and 9. These two. I might need to touch up a couple bits of these. So these should just go in like so. I'm hoping that this does help hide them. Oh boy. I see an area where I definitely need to touch up. Okay, I'm gonna use just this. I don't think I need gloss since this is a side shot. As before, I did mostly just use gloss on any of the front sides. Any of the sides, I don't think we need gloss on. At least not too much. That I think I did scratch up the paint while it was still drying here. I applied a bit too much pressure. This time I was a bit smoother with it. Once this fresh coat dries, you should be able to see the results of all our hard work. All my hard work. Aside from that, I'm not going to touch the paint too much. Okay. Next up, the little flaps that I also put in a fair bit of effort into. See, so we will need a polycap. I'm also going to apply a bit of paint to the bottom where the gates are. I don't think it's like fully necessary, but it doesn't hurt to be safe. So this did dry for a couple days, so I'm pretty sure it's, you know, at least dry enough for me to handle. I applied a small bit of green into these little indents. That was a pain in the ass. Normally you'd use panel lining for that, I think. Oh, it was this one I need to be careful with touching. I need to remember exactly where I painted already, as to not accidentally ruin it. So I'm surprised that this, like the skirts here, the front skirt, is held on via a ball joint. Unless that's the rear skirt. Honestly, I could have put a bit of green right there if I wanted to. I might. So the green is so runny that it's annoying. Okay, next up, more polycaps. Paint should be safe enough to touch soon-ish. It usually takes like 5-10 minutes at least. Oh, almost forgot another polycap. And I think we need the rear flap. Oh, along with another piece. Okay. We're busting out this set now. So I believe this is to hold in the side skirts. Seeing how they're basically on, the side skirts are pretty much just on a, oh shit. Okay, this one is a really deep cavity. This one might be a bit annoying to, get this piece into. I'll see if I can use a part separator to help here. Okay, so if I just spear this piece down here, and then just use the part separator like so. Yeah, there we go. I don't know how you're normally supposed to get this piece in. Okay, no, this is annoying. So yeah, as you can see, this one piece is supposed to go in like here. There's a peg back there. It's really annoying to get it in. I don't know why they would design it like that. Unless I'm supposed to get it in a different way. And I just kind of took an annoying convoluted way for nothing. Maybe I did, because I see that the back there is, of course, a very clear peg hole that I probably could have used to force it in. And this should just go right on top, I believe. Kind of clicks together. I should have painted this, though. Actually, I might do that right now. That is my bad. Bit of extra red. Come on out, buddy. Please flow for me. Char pink. I really do like this shade of red. Or pink, rather, that they call it. Char has a very nice eye for pink. Okay, careful about where I touch. Gotta know which parts are dry and which ones aren't. So this is gonna be fully painted for when anybody checks the underside. It's alright if a bit of paint gets on the polycap, I think. There we go. And finally we got these. I'm gonna cut these out, paint over the areas where the gates were, because I know that that's gonna probably be visible. But after that, let's work on the upper torso while we wait for this to dry. Kind of going through this relatively quickly. So just a tiny little touch up here and there. No need to gloss it over. It should be small enough that there shouldn't really be a need for gloss. It adds a bit of extra surface texture, which would really help to break up some monotony in gloss. And that's the thing about any sort of glossiness, I find. If you use too much of it, it becomes way too monotonous and just loses all its charm. So I do like to have bits of unevenness in there, just to break it up a bit, you know? Anyways. There are my nippers. Oh yeah, we also need to cut out these pieces and paint for a bit later. Should definitely do this first before we start. So these are basically just pins that will be keeping the hoses in. Though now that I'm looking at it, I don't think they need paint. I already did a pretty decent job in covering them. Just in case though, especially around where the gates were, we're gonna give a quick little touch up. Just a little touch up. Alright, so we're gonna let these pieces dry, carefully let them dry, as I continue to the next part. I need to remember that this is here. Okay, it's fully dry. Good. Now the next part is the big one. I just hope that there's enough coverage on the body for everything. Actually, I might just cut this out and then touch it up before working on other pieces. Yeah, just do that real quick. Because the paint does take a bit of time. We can't rush the paint. We're just working at this pace that the paint gives us. The paint sets the pace at which we can work. So what we're just gonna do for now is just pre-cut out everything. And kind of just wait for the paint to do its job, do its little magic. Meanwhile, I will just continue to make some final touches to this. Make sure that this is in a relatively presentable state. Oh shit. Okay, it didn't get paint anywhere, thankfully. I did drop the piece for a second. Okay, let's see. I think this should just be the last of it. The final touches. Once I'm done with this, you can finally continue the assembly. Alright, I'm pretty sure these pieces are dry enough to be handled now. Yep. Okay. The color still needs to kind of be set, but aside from that, the pieces are handleable. Oh shit. Okay, part separator, and you're gonna be needed to move some polycaps. There we go. Look at this. Nice, beautiful gloss where it's needed. Ooh, a mix of gloss and matte finishes. That's beautiful. Oh shit. What ain't beautiful? Oh shit. Okay. What is not beautiful is the polycap inside here falling out of place. Okay, we're just gonna have to fully disassemble this, I guess. That's not good. I'll just wiggle these out. I guess that gives us more time for these pieces to dry. God, this is why I do hate polycaps. Especially with some finicky ones like these ones. I don't want to apply too much stress, otherwise I I might snap some pegs. That would be very bad. Pull these out a bit. I think this is kind of pinning these in. Yep. There we go. Oh boy. That's not good. Why can't you be nice, damn it? Keep you down. I wish the instructions had you put it into the back piece first, but no, for some reason they specify to put it into the front piece, which I feel is much less intuitive. There we go. Now everything's in place. Don't listen to the instructions, they are off. For that bit at least, specifically for the hip. There's like this one poly cap that it says to put into the front, the side that's facing towards the front. Don't do that. You just save yourself a bit of bit of suffering. Though these flaps do not move at all. They are kind of rigid. Keep that in mind. Okay, well then. Aside from that, we're basically done. Just gonna plug this in if I can. Oh, there we go. Yeah, look at that. All of that is hidden. Hell yeah. Okay. We're making decent-ish progress. Okay, we do have a couple more polycaps to go. We are finally starting to work on the upper body. We have everything fully painted. How do they want us to go about doing this? Oh, I cut out the wrong set of polycaps. Whoops. That's my bad. I honestly should have known better. But I don't. Alright, we need these instead. We need polycap set number 4 rather than number 1. So these are basically going to be our little hinge joints. It's still a bit sticky, but still workable. This, I believe, goes on the back side. Where on the back, though? Oh, right here. I'm blind. It was just very obvious, and I just somehow miss it. There we go. Apparently they want us to spread this out first before shove it in. Oh, I almost forgot this. Very important. Orange glossy piece. Ooh, I do notice that this kit in particular doesn't give you much room to maneuver. Would highly recommend a set of tweezers. Yeah, that's a bit better. It's not too much better. It's still very finicky. Probably because I am not a very dexterous person. But... oh, I could also just be shoving it in the wrong way. Jeez. Okay, yeah, center tweezers though still really helps with this bit. I would highly recommend set. So I was just putting it in the wrong direction. There are two pegs that needs to go in here and here. So I was kind of forcing it. That's my bad. But now we have this little bit of orange there that shines through. There we go. Let's keep on working. Okay, let's see. This should just go in right here, I believe. Is there a polycap I'm missing? Not yet. Okay, good. Let me plug in this first. I think this needs to be in first. I did paint the surface up here green, so it might reflect a bit. And then this should just go right on top. Yep. Everything is fitting together somewhat cleanly. I'm pretty sure these go in on the sides. Ooh, almost forgot. We do need some extra pieces here. Okay, so 26 is supposed to go on the right side, 27 on the left. So these, I believe, are for the energy cables that go around, similar to the Zaku. So they should just plug in like so, I believe. There are these two slots. Now we have the backpack. Or rather, actually no, before the backpack we have these that we need to attach on. Really quick. Oh, I also need to remember not to apply too much pressure onto these poly caps. Make sure that they're still able to like protrude out. You don't want to put pressure on the poly caps themselves, put pressure around the poly caps. Don't push down like so, push around like so. Otherwise, you could accidentally depress the poly cap way too far, and it becomes a pain in the ass to try and force out. Trust me, that has happened. Way too many times. Okay, so far so good. I'm liking this. This is kind of reminding me of a Johnny Riding Custom, except with much less red. Okay, next up, backpack. Backpack is very simple. see, where's the parts? These right here. Then we need the thrusters on the E runner. What are you used for? I hope I didn't miss anything here. I don't think I did. Wait, you think that's a shoulder joint? Okay, good, I didn't miss it then. Polycap 9 as well. Okay. Got these two thrusters right here, which again I have painted red. At least around the nozzles red. PC9. These right here are basically just little ball and peg adapters. So this should just allow for a bit of extra swivel on the thrusters. I mean, it's not much, but it's something. I'll take it. So this needs to come in from this angle right here-ish. So the bottom details show through on the other side. It's just like a very, very tight and flush fit, which is nice. These go in. Hide any of my painting imperfections, like that. Anything like that on here? Not really, no? Good. Oh shit, okay, this can pop out pretty easily. Good to know. Holy shit, okay, this thing can pop out really easily. Hold up. Okay, no, maybe there's a reason why they recommend to put this onto the back first. I did not read that. Okay, so that slides on very easily. That's like a nice flush fit. Everything sits in there all snug. Then we can just kind of force this in. I don't think it takes too much force to fit. There we go. And that finishes most of the torso. Last but not least, we have the energy cables, which I'm kind of worried about. Honestly, I should have cut these out earlier and painted them. Like, gone over them with one last coat. So actually, I might do that right now. And plug them in later once we get the arms done. To allow time for the paint to dry. So all this needs is just a bit of gray. Gray into all the cracks. almost missed the inside of this. I think this bit right here might have been missed when I was originally going over it. That should be able to just kind of sit there and wait for the paint to dry. As for this, same ordeal. Okay, so while we wait for that, let's get to work on the arms. However, I do want to do one more thing. Actually, I forgot. Very important here. Take this, everything's dried. Neck joint. There we go. So that right there, oh, is the torso. Set this aside real quick. These two are done drying. We have parts of the shoulder here that have yet to be assembled. Oh, hold up. Okay. So that's on that. Okay, well, let's continue. Head is last. For now, we have some more parts to build. We finally finish off these two runners, as I know we're going to need them. Oh shit, BGM is over. I just realized. Let's see, we will need polycap set 11. Well, set number, yeah, polycap numbers 11 for these as well, I believe. Yeah, as with most builds that run with polycap sheet number 100, wait, not 100, polycap sheet number 1, it will use up a majority of these for just about every moving component of this, which can be annoying. Let's see, though at least there aren't many stickers to it. What am I missing here? Is this even facing the right way? No. Maybe. Okay, there we go. So I know that these parts right here are going to be used to move these shoulder pieces right here later on. So keep that in mind. Actually, no, I lied. It's a peg that's going to be used for that later. Where are those pieces? Where did how did I lose an entire rudder? Okay, there it is. I found it. Found it. It was just out of reach. Okay, I need to touch up those pieces. I'm pretty sure these should be dry by now. So once I finish cutting these pieces out and touching them up, we are going to install the energy cables. So a bit more phantom gray on these, just to cover up the nub marks here. Might be a bit difficult to see though. Okay, I don't think this piece is lacking anything. That's good. Okay, there we go. I think this one's done. Need to be very careful here, just in case I drop these. Okay, this one definitely needs a lot of touching up. You can kind of see a lot of splotches here that I just kind of did not apply enough paint to, even though I thought I did. I just need to touch those up real quick before we continue onwards. Okay, there we go. Touch up complete. Let's install these cables. Okay, so how do we need to bend these? Which one's A1 and which one's A2? I think this is A2. Yeah. Okay, so it's supposed to bend like so. This one. So to tell, basically, these right here, these little cutouts, they are kind of concave in the direction that you want to bend them to make bending them a bit easier. So they should just kind of plug in like so, I believe. Oh. Oh, wait, no, I have these backwards. Oh my gosh. How the hell? It was supposed to be like this. What am I doing? There we go. Supposed to swing forward like so, underneath the arms. Alright, this can finally just plug in on top of this. And these kind of slot right in here. Then we can then just use these right here to clip it in on both sides. I'm holding this the right way. Yes, I am. It's gonna be a tight fit, especially with the paint making it even tighter, I think. There we go. So it should just kind of clip in and hide a ton of imperfections as well while we're at it. Oh shit. Okay. That just dropped and slipped. Okay, this is too low. Just gotta raise and adjust accordingly. There we go. That's in. The energy cables are routed from the backpack into the crotch. Well, rather from the crotch into the backpack is what I should say, because that's technically where the energy flows. Yeah, this is looking more and more like a Johnny Riding custom. Okay, let's see here. Now to fully commit to the arms. So you take these. And this should all just kind of neatly plug into here. There's this little tiny notch in here that this one polycap can plug into as well, supposedly. So it is a bit finicky to get it to slide into the right place. Then this other piece just kind of seals it all together. Oh, come on. There we go. Nice. This does require a bit of effort just because sometimes the polycap especially can be caught in an uneven angle, kind of forcing it, the entire structure apart. But eventually you'll get it. Okay. Final parts of the arm. We got the shoulders done. Now we just need... I'll just rearrange this real quick. So that we just know what needs to go where. You know what? I might as well just throw together the shoulders armor right now. Since I can, you know. I know how this should be laid out. So I should just be able to toss these together real quick, get them out of the way, you know? And then just touch up any imperfections that we find along the way. pretty much this should just be attaching onto here like so. And it should be adjustable. As long as that's together, we can just kind of clamp this together. Don't think this needs too much touching up. And this just kind of seals the deal. Just like that, we got a shoulder. Though we might have to remove that later just to more easily fit the arm on, as to not damage the actual armor itself. I think just like that. We got the other one on. These nice dark green horns. Gonna combine that with the body. To finally get what we really need, or rather want. Yeah. Oh, we will need another set of polycaps though, now I'm looking at it. This also seems to be needed for an elbow joint. We might only have a single point bend on the elbow, from the looks of things. I'm just hoping that it's enough. Where are my polycaps? Where'd I throw them? Oh, right here. It's just on the desk. I'm blind. Okay, well, we're in the home stretch. We're almost done. I don't know why, but this kit feels way faster to build than many of the other kits I've done in the past. So there is a specific way this is also supposed to be facing when sticking in the poly cap. Gotta keep that in mind. It needs to be facing this tiny little nub right here. Needs to be facing away. It should just look like this shape that I'm kind of drawing. Kinda. It's very difficult to see. Well, once it's facing like that, the polycap should fit in. Now finally we got the inner parts of the arm, then we can just shove on the exterior. We're definitely gonna need to do. Yeah, we're gonna need to do a lot of work on the arms just because I see a lot of nub marks there. This is probably the part that has the most exposed nub marks. Some of this is hidden, but a fair amount is not. Let's see if I can also fit these on in advance. Okay, so this tiny piece of plastic just basically goes in between the polycap and the joint itself in order to try and conceal the polycap during movements, like whenever it bends outwards. Where did I put my other markers? I'm gonna apply a quick, even reflective coat up here as well. Nice and even coat, because that's going to stand out. There we go. That coat is going to dry over time while we work on finishing up the arms and eventually the head. Okay, so how does this work? More polycaps, that's how. Got polycap joints for everything. I forgot how common this was in some of the earlier kits. I don't know if it started with this kit or not, though. It might have. So this needs to be facing a certain direction before being stabbed onto here. Then this polycap joint, I think, needs to be facing this direction before it goes on here. That's for the wrist to attach onto, as you can see. And this just kind of sandwiches on top, seals everything in. Now we just replicate it on the other side. And all this should hopefully be covered up. I say hopefully because I don't really know. Okay, it looks like we're starting with the right arm first. Is that 19? No, that's 18. I'm hoping that this at least hides some of this stuff. Ooh, okay, no, that's a gnarly one on the back right there. That's gonna be, might be visible. I'm just gonna quickly do that. And now it's no longer visible. Or rather, at least it's much more difficult to find in comparison to before. The wrists, on the other hand, oh boy, that's gonna need more work. Much more work. We'll let this dry before we finish it. I'm gonna work on the left arm in the meantime. Because we got a lot. Well, we got some tiny pieces here to cover. Oh boy, that's... Ooh, that is quite a bit. You can really tell. If you can tell from the camera, then you can... It's even more prevalent in real life. Meaning that I need to really cover it. That's a high priority. Okay, we're gonna let that dry. Meanwhile, on the other side... Oh yeah, that's right. Upper arm as well needs some work. Forgot. Actually, just the arms in general. I should have cut these out well in advance. I forgot how much the arms need cleaning. Especially those hands. Oh my goodness. The hands. Hey, we finished the runner. But there's so much cleaning to be done. My goodness. Okay, you know what? We're gonna say screw the arms. We're going to quickly touch these up. Then we're heading straight to the head before we finish off the arms. Because I'm hoping that the head has much less cleaning to do. Like, look at all this. Look at all the spots. Oh boy, the head has some cleaning as well. Lower body was fine. Upper body, what the hell? Oh yeah, no, there's a lot of small parts on here to clean. Okay, I'm cutting everything off just so I can clean it all. Then we're gonna have to wait a bit before we can finish this off. Because my goodness, there's a lot of exposed nub marks. Why did they have to do it like this? Like seriously, this is one of the few times I would really like undergating. I know I bash on undergating quite a bit, but when it comes to painting, it's so nice. Okay. Oh, nope, I'm missing parts. I should not celebrate too soon. I think this part, though, I don't... I'll clean it anyways. These are all head parts. Lots and lots of tiny pieces. There should be another runner done, I believe. Okay, let's get to work. There's so much blue here that needs to go. Okay, I think these parts over here are dry enough to work with. Need to touch up the head. There's not a really good place to grab. Okay. Oh, I should have cleaned that bit up. And by that I'm referring to the gate this time instead of just the paint. Okay, holy shit, there's a lot of little pieces here. A lot of these need some cleaning and drying. Okay. Oh, okay, no, that can just stay like that. That has enough space to dry. Once we're done with this, I think we can finally go back and continue work. Okay, holy shit. I think that's all the pieces for now. So this one we started with. Same with this one. Should be dry enough to touch. Dry enough to handle. Oh shit. Shit. I need to grab that. Hold up. Give me a bit of time. Okay, let's see. Alright, let's not drop that again. Okay. We will have to handle some of these parts a bit roughly. Am I looking at these right? I hope I am. Did I put this in upside down? I might have. Oh no. Please separate. Oh no. That's not good. That's oh, okay, there we go. Good. We got it out. Okay. Make sure it's facing the right way this time. Good, it's sitting flush. Hope I didn't bruise myself there. I'm stabbing myself with this thing. Okay, so that's where the wire comes out of. I think I see where I put the wire, unless that is not the wire. Let me grab the wire. That was not the wire. I might have lost the wire. Oh, shit. Okay, well, we'll find the wire later. Actually, no, I found the wire. It's right on my desk. Why is the wire there? Anyways, this right here is where the heat whip is gonna come out of. Oh, you can already see that. Okay, all these other parts should be dry enough now to work with. So hopefully we can get this assembled really quickly. If I can find where the hell I put all my runners. If you cannot tell from my commentary, my workspace is currently rather messy. Okay, so one interesting thing I'm seeing right now, after looking at this runner that I have not painted, the heat whip does come in two different forms. At least the tip does. It has a sealed form for now. That just kind of fits in here. Then you can pull it out. And on the runner, you can find this little extended form right here, where it's got like 3 spurs. That's pretty cool. Okay, so we got two different fists here. I will be cutting both out. One is a fully clenched fist. The other is a holding fist. And we actually have a third hand, which is full open palm. So each of these does go on a different hand. I think this is the left one I just cut out right now, if I am not mistaken. Yes, it was. Oh boy. These should be dry enough to handle. Oh, and of course I missed some parts. Okay, well, I'm gonna clean this up, repaint this. And hopefully this comes out a bit better. This one should be fine. This definitely needs a bit of a repaint. There we go. We'll let that dry. As this back gets slapped onto this hand. You'll see that in use later. So for now, I plan on equipping both clenched fists. But I will eventually cut out all the hands. Oh no, that's for the open hand. This is for the fists. Do I need to cut this a bit? Yes, maybe. That's a bit too raised for my liking. There we go, a bit more flush. Let me check this one just in case. That one's perfectly flush. Okay, let's go. That just plugs right into there. This should be dry enough. How does you plug in like this? And this just kind of plugs right into the arm, like so. Oh. Then we can kind of just close that over. Rotate this. Like so. There we go. One arm done. Let me get some water. Rather parched. Okay. Now, for the other hands. Okay. So this is for holding the heat sword, which I have also painted, and it's off to the side. So we'll see that once we get to accessories. As for this, I forget, I still need to touch up the U because of some nub marks. Okay. Oh, I almost forgot. I still have other hands to cut out. My goodness, the accessories for this thing also has a fair amount of parts. I do kind of also want to make an Easy 8 to go with this thing as well. I think I have an idea of who I want to customize it after. So this is, this is an open palm to go with the heat rod, I believe. Or rather, in this case, the heat whip. Then finally we have the left hand, which will be used for weaponry as well, once we have the Gatling equipped, I think. Okay. Let's get to assembling here. So we have the same ordeal as before. Make sure this is facing the right direction before shoving this on, I believe. Yeah, that's a tight fit. That's in the wrong. It's not facing the wrong way. I'm screwed. Is that supposed to be facing outwards? I think so. So this wrist right here is where the rebarrel cannons are going to be sitting. For now, we'll also just equip clenched fists, which are very difficult to fully close. My goodness. Didn't expect this. Hold on. Okay, there we go. So rotate this, adjust like so. Plug this in. Close that. There we go. Now for the head. We'll finally get started on that head. Which I also forgot to prep one last thing for. And that is the energy cable around the head. I forgot about that. So, whoops. I mean, we should still be fine to keep on working. As this just quickly dries. That's my bad. The parts of the head that we can do. Oh, this is dry. Actually, it's just a couple pieces that's drying. I think if I'm careful enough, I can probably avoid them. I see all the wet parts. There we go. No, I'm forgetting a lot of parts. Mainly that mono eye. I forgot to cut out. Whoops. Okay, I'm hoping that this stays in place now. Okay, mono eye, mono eye, mono eye. Where the hell did you go? You're right here. Might as well cut out this and the shield to finish this off. Okay, I know we're not on the shield parts yet, or like the accessories. I still want to throw together the shield just to see how it looks. Oh, yeah. There we go. It's got this nice matte finish with the metallic sheen shining out around here and here. Oh, that's nice. Okay, well, back to the mono eye. So if I remember correctly, you can't actually move the mono eye for these ones. If like you remove the head, there's like this tiny little thing down here that lets you swivel the mono eye. That's really cool. Okay, there we go. I think that's just about perfect. We'll stick this helmet on top. Got this nice and dark helmet right there. A Zaku-esque body. But this is no Zaku. You know this is no Zaku. Okay, this is gonna be a tight fit. Let's hope it works. You have to kind of jiggle it around, find its way in. Once it is in, it should just click in. And once it's like in, we can just kind of use the table to force it in the rest of the way. There we go. And the tiny little fin on top. Okay, I might... okay, hold up. I might recolor this. I need to grab my markers. So, I want a more silvery finish on this. I'm not satisfied with this so far. This fin, I need a more silvery finish on. I'm hoping my silver is still working. I'm hoping that the paint hasn't like fully dried on this thing. So I'm gonna have to use this to like, kind of crack open the silver. Try to rub this on here to get the paint off. Okay, it's flowing. It's flowing. All right, let's go. I want this to be a more silvery color. Then I'm gonna chrome the shit out of it to get that extra little sheen. Because this looks more of a blue color that the plastic underneath has. The chrome marker, while it does shine, it does let a lot of the color underneath come through, which I don't want for this particular piece. I'm hoping that dries well enough, at least for now, until I can grab the upper part. We're gonna leave the head off to the side until that piece dries. We're working on the other stuff, mainly the weapons. We're still missing that tri-barreled machine gun. Oh boy, are there a lot of parts to it. So, without further ado, let's begin. Okay, let me just get all these parts cut out and prepared. I think I'm just missing some poly caps now, and like 2 pieces. Like, I'm surprised this machine gun has so many parts in it. I didn't expect this kit to actually put that much effort into the MG. I'm glad. I do like it when weapons have a shitload of parts. Like, I honestly really like building the weapons aspects of suits more than some of the suits themselves. What was I looking for again? Oh yeah, poly caps. Oh, and I needed one more. Shit. There you are. Okay, well, time to get these parts assembled. So we're starting with you. Fit you in here. There we go. You are supposed to go in here. Okay, these poly caps can definitely be a pain in the ass. Part separator, thank you again. Love this thing. I believe this just goes on like so. And it just sandwiches. This part should just go on right here, the little sight. This piece goes on right here. Should swing underneath, I believe. And these should just go on right here. And finally, that should wrap it up for the MG. So we got moving sight here. I think this right here is supposed to lock in another mechanism potentially. Though I don't know what this is for. Maybe for, what was it? Maybe for, minigun? But who knows? I don't right now, for now. So these two right here, this area, feels very weak. It is a bit flimsy there. I would be careful. Okay, are you safe to grab now? Safe enough. Okay, metallic silver. Let's continue. I need to apply you to the rest of this. Oh boy, this smells like death. Like, you know how chemicals smell? Like just raw, what, like you would imagine like cartoonish chemicals would smell like. That is what this smells like. It's cartoony chemical smell. Anyways, while we let that silver apply itself, adhere itself to that piece, we have finished this. Oh, there goes the hand. Hands are a bit loose, I've noticed. I might have to stick a bit of a gray tack in that to stiffen it up. Yeah, the hands are very loose. What the hell? That is a beautiful goof. This might just lock the hand. We'll attempt to act as a brace here, I think. For the hand. Hold on. Let me see if I can find my tack. No, that's not police set. I thought that was my tack for a second. Where the hell is my tack? I swear it was in this box. Huh. Did I not put it in here? Or is it on top of the box? It was on top of the box, not in the box. Okay, good to know. Oh. Tack found, crisis averted. What manual is this? Oh, it's for that. Okay, so I have right here some hobby tack. This shit is so useful. So I just need a tiny amount, and even then, of this tiny amount, you need an even smaller amount. We just pop this out, wrap this lightly in this ball. Like, even then, I think this ball might be too much. So I'm just gonna strip it away for a bit. So you see, we have a very light coating of hobby tack. Like, this stuff is very cheap. You could also use like some super glue if you want, but hobby tack, oh, stiffens it up great. So just apply the same process here. Grab it, just kind of mold it around the ball joint. Pinch away the excess. It should leave a very thin layer. And that thin layer should help adhere it to this thing. Yeah, it's already more difficult for it to fall out. Much less likely to fall out now. And of course, any extra, you just kind of ball up and stick back into the giant pile. And that is very nice. I would recommend hobby tack for stuff like that. Okay, so as I was saying, you done yet? Almost. Okay, weapons. Weapons while we wait for that to dry. Okay, where's the runners? Here they are. These should just go right in here. Okay, there we go. I stuck it the wrong way. Luckily, this thing is not like a shallow fit, and it fits a bit better this way, I think. Well, it's not like a deep fit, it just isn't like any sort of permanent fit. But, okay, I did paint the sword as well. The little handle right there, and the interior groove. So that should just kind of slide in here. Nice and cool like that. Oh, do love that thing. Then apparently, this just kind of sticks directly on top of here, which is really nice. You can swivel on this as needed. Granted, I can't swivel too much, but it's still cool that this thing is like just like this. Hold up, I still need to reattach this. This does fit on very loosely, so I might also apply hobby tack here to improve the grippiness. I would also angle this away from that a bit. I'll probably bend the arm a bit so that this is a bit more towards the rear. Of course, the sword can be drawn from here really nicely. That's cool. Oh. Okay, yeah, again, I might just apply hobby tack to this thing. Because this does not want to stick. Oh, yeah. Okay, you know what? Screw it. We're doing it. I want to play around with it a bit too much. Got some fresh... Got a tiny little fresh new ball. Don't need too much. Just enough to, like, apply onto here. Spread out like so. It should just sink in. It's fine. If need be, we'll just take it out the hard way via a toothpick. And we just gently line these holes up. Push in. And it should stay in a bit better now, hopefully. Oh, shit. highly recommend Hobby Tack, man. It's so useful. It's like so convenient. Even if you aren't like into, even if like you aren't using it for like hobbies like this, it's just so convenient to have at your side for like quick fixes and such. Okay, first, oh, I really need to get the back of these, the back of the elbows. I completely forgot about. That is definitely going to show, so we're going to need to cover that up slightly. There we go. That's a bit better. I'll leave that like so. The goof like so. The gooba. Okay, now we need the bracing for the minigun. Where did I put my nippers? Right here. So there we have a couple parts. Or at least one part. We got the drum, at least a part of it. Here's the other part I'm cutting out. Where'd the handle? The gripper. There it is. Okay. These should just plug together like so. Yeah, it creates two slits right here on top. This can now just slide in here. I hope that... No, okay. This needs to be facing this way. Gouf, you sexy motherfucker. Oh. We're almost done with this thing. Like, once this dries and we chrome it up, once we assemble this, we're all done. Okay. Let's see. Just quickly throw these together. Oh, that is one sexy barrel. 6-barrel minigun. Let's go. this just kind of should be able to just slide right on here. Oh yeah. And this, I think, should just attach right here, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. Oh, and we're missing one more piece. Right here. The ammunition. This link of ammo. Okay, so this is supposed to be bendable. So we do just kind of plug it in here. Then we just have to bend this enough to get it into there. So just kind of needs to bend like so to pre-flex it. Hopefully we don't need to bend it too much. Otherwise that could potentially like permanently damage it. I mean, we're already permanently bending it. But if we bend it too much, we might just make it structurally unsound. There we go. Got the ammo linked to the minigun. Oh. Now all that's left to do is just to take this. Okay, that fell off again, but I guess we do need that off. Slide it on here. Like so. Then the top should also be able to just casually slide on around here, I believe. Oh, let me just pop out that sword real quick. Oh. How are you? Oh, wait, no, I was trying to slide it on backwards. There we go. Oh, that's much better. This entire structure is not held on well. That's all I'm gonna say. So we're gonna need to replace hands here. Where's the other holding hand? So this does need to go in here first. This is a bit finicky. I mean, I guess it works. Why is this so finicky? Jesus. Okay, there we go. It does. I don't want it to go all the way down. It's just supposed to rest up here, apparently. So then we have. This is gonna be a tight fit. My goodness, this is very messy, honestly. But hey, if it works, it works. So that goes in. And these just should be able to fit in here. Of course, this. Oh boy, this. Oh, I might super glue this now. Either super glue or plastic cement, because this is not holding on well. I mean, the sword, like, the heat sword fits in perfectly fine. But everything else? Okay, now it's holding on a bit better. Yeah, a bit better. Okay, good. Oh, that is pretty bulky. It is gonna be very heavy on the left arm. But that is a Gouf custom. Oh, boy. Oh, baby. Oh, boy. Look at that thing. We still, of course, need to do the head, so... let's chrome the shit out of this. see. I'm gonna set this on first. There we go. We got a Gouf. Look at this beautiful baby. I mean, of course, it's missing this all-important fin on top. In fact, I'm trying to install it via tweezers. Just so that I don't ruin the chrome too much. Fuck it, I'll just use hands and just reapply it while it's in here. There we go. I'm gonna reapply some silver. Gotta be very careful applying here. I need to apply enough silver to completely cover up the blue, which does kind of like to show through, because both of these are relatively lightish colors. But there we go. I think that's about it for this. So, yeah, the paint should be dry enough for me to freely touch, except for that fin, of course. This is actually holding on a bit better now that it's given time to rest. We can swap hands pretty easily. Okay, for this, though, we do need to actually pull the fingers out, which is very annoying. This can be rather annoying. Part separator. Please assist. Oh shit. Okay, I think I lost my fingers. They flew off my bed. Okay, so for now, I think, of course, I will have pictures of with this thing, heat sword and all. I plan on posting some pictures of this onto Twitter, but for now, I think this is where I'm gonna end it. This build has been a fun one. I haven't done something like this in a while, so it was fun to attempt it. So yeah, I think that's gonna be it for now. I will be posting some pictures on Twitter with some comparison photos as well, potentially. But until next time, oh yeah, tomorrow I do plan on having another stream. We're doing some more Project Wingman, so that's gonna be very fun. I've been thinking about playing a lot more of that ever since I got it, and ever since last stream. So yeah, I'll expect to see you guys then. Yeah, that's it. Bye.